The True Project presents.
My name is Naomi Fujita. I'm 26 years old, and I'm going to give you a performance about my mental health condition. Trigger warning, this does include a suicide attempt, and it does include cursing. Okay, so here goes. The suicide attempt's not mine. I have to leave kindergarten because of a stress rash, so I go to a private school until 4th grade. That doesn't work because I'm a slow processor and have always been different, so I end up being homeschooled. My education is all over the place, but I get to spend time with my family, so I'm happy and content. That is until I turn 14. It's August and I'm not acting like myself. I don't sleep for several days in a row. I make myself spicy omelets and run all the way to the town playground and play there. I wear skirts that I have ripped and torn and drawing obsessively. I draw women wearing long dresses with crows on their shoulders. I'm very superstitious and think they're a bad omen. My folks notice that I'm not acting right, so they take me to see a therapist. She tells my parents I have to go to a hospital. At St. Francis Hospital, still awake after several days of no sleep, I begin to hallucinate. A poster for washing hands turns into a poster for washing monsters. There's another picture, and I recognize all the people in it. Suddenly, I hear a sinister laughing voice. I'm having a complete manic episode with psychotic features I don't understand. I have a feeling of a euphoria, and then everything gets darker. After that, I'm transferred to Four Winds, a very good psychiatric facility. I stay in the adolescent program until they figure out what meds to put me on. In the years afterwards, I end up at a bad therapeutic day school, followed by a great high school that lead me to college. I start SUNY Purchase thinking it will be fun and easy street from here on, but I'm very wrong. It's my freshman year of college, and my first roommate is no walk in the park. She loses her keys for the entire semester, has one night stands in the dorm room while I'm trying to sleep, and she smokes pot. Thankfully, roommate 1 moves out, but then roommate 2 moves in and she has a drinking problem. She tells me she gets blackout drunk and thinks that she's pregnant, so she decides to drink more. After finding her in a drunken stupor, her friends ask me where she's been hiding the alcohol. We discover she's been putting vodka in her water bottles I'm learning that I won't get along with everyone, but sometimes random strangers on campus offer me help when I need it. A guy offers me his umbrella when it's pouring rain and I have no raincoat. Another guy pays for practically half of my art supplies, and I never get a chance to thank him. A girl helps me carry a heavy hamper to the car. I remember these acts of kindnesses. My senior year, one of my suite mates, who doesn't like me much, decides to trash the living room of our apartment, tipping over a table to make me and our suite mates, think that we've been burglarized when really we haven't. I'm taking the tutor because I've been managing my bipolar condition that was diagnosed at 4 Winds. It makes me irritable and angry, and I know not myself. I talk badly about my friend Nate, and he hears about it, and he blames me for his own depressive episode, which ends in a suicide attempt. None of this shit would have happened if it weren't for the bullet tutor, but I can't go back and fix the past. Despite Despite the drama of my senior year, there is a moment where I truly focus on my work. My final senior thesis is a 20-page paper describing the work I did leading to my senior thesis exhibition show. I titled my thesis, The Labyrinth and the Wall, Overcoming Obstacles. It's based on my experience in managing mental health and what it means to be a woman in society. The wall is about mental blocks. The labyrinth is about the mind, which is really complicated. But once you get through it, you reach a garden where you can let your imagination run wild. The paintings in my senior project are based on my experience of my bipolar condition. Each painting has specific colors and shapes that have personal meaning. So, many of these paintings contain water, which is the element of emotions. One piece is about pregnancy, the process of how women experience pregnancy. Another is about physical abuse and sexual assault that some women in general have experienced. Another painting, You and the World, shows a blue-green globe with white clouds, angel wings. The idea of the picture is that we are not alone with our mental health issues. Writing my senior thesis is about overcoming obstacles socially and emotionally that other people don't have to deal with. Without finishing this thesis paper, I wouldn't have graduated my BFA, and I wouldn't have had the opportunity to share my experiences today. When I feel inspired, I write rap poetry. I've performed live on the radio, and the poetry makes me feel empowered. It's a really good way for me to get my feelings out on the paper. Once they're in the lyrics, these feelings go away. Have you ever been cut down or put down to size, but then you suddenly understand you have more power than you realized? Words can hurt and sting your sense of pride. You're so sick and damn tired of anger and pain you're trying to hold back inside. All the friendships made and denied, all the promises and trust that were just a pack of fucking lies. For what it's worth, I'm tired of trying as a rapper and a female artist, comparing myself to some idiotic guy. But that's when I realized I'm worth so much more than your fucking pity. Hell, I wanted to drop my major, not pursue my damn dreams, and get lost in New York City. But then I remember I've got friends and love aplenty, and when they call my name on that stage on May 18th, you can bet your ass I'll be ready. Should you ever again decide to hurt me, act all scared and desert me, let's just say I've got a list and 12 more to keep me from ever again feeling unsteady. Put me down or cut me down to size, but I can promise you the heat and the flames may burn, but I shall rise.